Greetings, my friends. I am Gilles Mansillon. I'm an artist and spiritualist. I want to discuss some good news. I have received some very, very strong, powerful good news. It's a feeling that a lot of things that we've been waiting for are finally coming together. I thank you so much for subscribing. If you're new to the channel, and if you're not new to the channel, to verify you're still a subscriber, because YouTube unsubscribe people, and for your likes, for your sharing, for your comments, and thank you for your donations. If you want a private session, you can send me an email. So it's like I feel that for decades now, there is the whistleblower. I've been sending this message that, yeah, everything's going to change, the Nisara, the Jessara, the mass arrest, and it's like, but it's been decades and decades and decades. So it's like, yeah, sure, you continue to announce that. We want this clear up. But now there is the higher light that is synchronized with that. Received many messages from the galactics that there is a green light from them, that they received the green light, and then from the celestial that all is finally coming together. So be prepared for an interruption in communication. It's like the special forces are all around the world. They're ready for action, and that will lead the way to the great solar flash. So we'll see, but be ready for if there is do not fear. You'll be safe through the process. Just continue to connect to your heart, to your creator. And there is two very important portals that are coming in this next few days. One is the 11/11, on 11 November, between 11:11 in the morning to 11:11 at night. There is a grand portal of mastery, of higher intelligence that will be coming down to the earth as the higher light comes down from the earth. It assists us in going up into heaven in this fusion. And so this 11/11 portal will be very, very powerful this year. I know, I can feel it, sense it coming. And there is another portal on November 15th that will be open. If you care to participate, just think about it, write it down on your agenda. It's like it's a portal to the civilization of Lyra. Lyra is a very, very ancient civilization. We send greetings to them. The Higher Council of Lyra decided to open this portal on November 15th. You can use a tiger eye as a stone to assist you with the opening of the portal. But it will be more than just a connecting to Lyra. It will be galactic, major galactic opening on that day. Because if you could think that the Pleiadians and the Anunnakis were our parents in terms of genetics on this human form, then the Lyrians are our grandparents, because they are the one who seeded all those civilizations throughout the galactic sector, and the Pleiades, Sirius, even Alpha Centauri, the Earth. I'm not really sure about Arcturus. It might come have a different, but there's maybe even they were with Polaris. They were the first civilization within this galactic quarter, and they are the ones who have seeded everything. They seeded some civilization like Vega, where it's like fully going back to the source, or the civilization like warrior civilization like Orion, and then Arcturus, which is balanced. But they knew that everything would return to them eventually, and they're really here to assist. And so this on November 15th, if you care to connect with them, they'll be receptive and present, particularly present on that day. They're already present now. You can already go there now, but it will be more dense. The energy will be more centralized. And so right now we're in eclipse season, so a lot of things are going to change, and we have to be prepared for a great event that we've been waiting for a very long time. And this transformation of this earth scene a lot of light will come up. And this year is the year of the dragon. I am a dragon, ascendant dragon. I know it's not an easy year for me, because the dragon is perfectionist. And the dragon is asking each and every one of us to meet our highest potential. So and the Great Mother Sophia, Nebadonia, she announced that she is returning, and this cosmic wave of love that will be coming, and cosmic wave that, and she said that the karma will be in force, the cosmic law will be in force. And so, because there's no choice to come into spiritual adulthood, to return to the sacredness of life. And so the karma is going to be instant. It's going to be compressed. So anybody that does something outside of the law will have to pay the immediate consequences. You're not like about in 20 lives you're gonna see what you created. It's going to be like now. It's called instant karma. And so this is coming as a compression. That is from the higher planes of our universe. And it's all leading us back to ourselves, to do walk in beauty, walk in truth, walk in goodness, and that's really what we seek, to follow the river, the path of the river, without the path of least resistance. I will return to this idea of the river. There was the Lord Shiva that intervened as well to say that he will also those beings from the infinite planes. There's a lot of divinity on these infinite planes, like even the Hindu families, like the many beings of great love and power and wisdom. So we want to flow like a river without resistance. And the solar flash will be is announced, and it will be illuminating every part of ourselves. Sometimes things we may not want to see, but they need to come up in order to be evacuated. Everything that is discordant will have to be released. So understand, you are the creator, you are the power that comes within. So trust and flow with your vision. It's very important to have a vision, to have an ideal, to have dreams. Although Oscar Wilde was expecting that at this time this society will forgive the criminals, but they will not forgive the dreamers, because they're too much in opposition with the control matrix of the control system of the Catholic Church at the time in his civilization. But follow your vision. It's very important to continue to cultivate this higher vision by being receptive to what your higher self, your heart, is bringing forth. And there are many adjustments that will need to be done within our physical life, our physical body, in order to activate our light body. We have to replace the doubts by the trust. Trust and faith are very important, and we need to face our fear to develop our courage. There is nothing to fear. Once we face it, we realize there was nothing to fear. And the awakening is guaranteed. There is no choice. Everybody's going to awaken. Then it's going to be the phase of transformation. How much are we willing to be transformed, to change? The higher our frequency, the faster the change will happen. The lower our frequency, the slower. Everybody's within his own flow. So once we transform, then we'll see what will transcend. Once we are transcendent, we'll be illuminated, and once we illuminated, that will lead us to our ascension. So it is a process, and we cannot rush it. But the great awakening is in the work. So know you are love, and love only. There is nothing that is not love within you, because we created in the likeness of God, who is only love. Just remember that, and realize that all the fears, all the doubts, all the regrets, all the traumas, all of that will completely vanish as we move into this eternal field of unity with the Creator. One good question is to ask, what can I do to please God? What God would want me to do for? People think God does not have opinions, or does not have it's like he doesn't see, doesn't hear. Well, like the Quran said, do you believe that he who created the eye does not see? Who he created the ears does not hear? For God has his own understanding, his own way, which his mind is hardly beyond. It is so grand that you cannot imagine the whole thing, but the truth, the beauty and the goodness is really what we seek, and what can we do to assist the process of life and follow the will of God. So for love is the only way. Love is the only way, and love, as we continue to cultivate love, we acquire wisdom. And so we give love, and we as we become love, we receive wisdom. And do not follow any rule outside of love, not because of society, not because all of that is just it's a bluff. They're all bluffing into this whole dark control matrix. But if you follow the law of God, you are doing that. All their ways will completely vanish, and that's really what's going to be happening. So just follow because sometimes do not let anybody decide that what you need to do or what you need to think or whatever. This is really about finding the way of your heart. We all came here come from the higher planes. Not every human beings come. Well, everybody comes from another plane, but come from the highest plane in the universe. But a lot of us came down here to serve by compassion. It's very important to realize and to continue to cultivate this sense of harmony. Personally, I've discussed that. I had this very, very challenging and this like storm with this love, this inner connection, and now I've been able to ascend in relationship to it, and I will let the ministry of God lead the show, because I know she's probably, I'm sure she's suffering as much as I am. Not that we're not together, so it's like I have to cut her some slack, yet to be firm, because it's like, it's eventually we move out of the dance and move into the state of grace. And I wanted to ask you a favor, to send a collective prayer to all the people in the Middle East who are suffering. There is a lot of negative, brutal war over there, and so it's like we pray that they may connect to their higher self, that they can call on the company of heaven to ask for peace. If there is enough, that will assist them in clearing up. For we can all live in peace in this planet, and there is just a group of people that will soon be removed that are profiting from war and destruction. And because we all need to ask for the guidance, ask for the assistance in order to receive it. And not every prayer is being received. And when it comes from the heart, when it's sincere, it's like so much more powerful than when it is just like, we're going to go and we're going to do things with just the mental. So do not let anybody dictate what you think. I'm just giving you advice that's relative to what I feel is not only my own wisdom, but the laws of the universe. So it's like, and you do want to follow your own heart, yet when we're going to be assembled into groups, when you have family or a group, then it is the one who has the most wisdom that needs to lead. It's like in the Republic of Plato, the rulership of wisdom, the king philosopher. Because it's like in the future, when it's come to governance and organization of society, anybody who will try to be higher than anybody else but does not have the wisdom will be completely censured, and wisdom is going to come up on top. See, whoever's got the most wisdom will be called to do that, not because of personal ambition, but because of love and service and compassion. So just follow your own heart. But if somebody within your own group, you see that somebody can actually lead you, let yourself be led, but yet always filter things through your own heart. For the higher the vibration, the faster the transformation. Also wanted to imagine, to present a concept, an idea that was presented through channel, that imagine there is a perfect universe where everything you've ever wanted has already manifested. There is no regret there. There is no separation. There is no fear. There is no pain. Anything, and all that you ever wanted has already always been created. And this, at some point, the flows, the merging between this universe of pain and suffering of the 3D will be merging into this higher universe of eternal perfection. And then our consciousness will move into that, and we won't need a past, we won't need regrets, we won't need a judgment or anything like that, because we'll be in the fulfillment of the higher potential. So know this universe already exists. I wanted to finally to discuss the idea of the Lord Shiva, the destructor. He's like a very powerful being, and he says destroying to create the new. And what he sees on the earth is like is really is nauseating. He already said that he was he was disgusted with what he saw on the planet, and he said the time of unconditional love is over. It's going to be the time of accountability. Accountability. Everybody is going to be made accountable for their action. So he was bringing up the idea of this river. He was talking about that. Life is like a river. It's like the Creator sends, poof, there is a source that comes in. We are born, and then the little river, it doesn't choose its path. It just follows the way that is before him. And eventually this river gets bigger and bigger, and then eventually we find all the souls, and our rivers merge, and then our monad come together, and eventually we land into this great ocean that is the Creator, that is God, the source. And the source recreates a new source, and then a new path is created. And so what he was saying is that there are certain beings that they disconnected their own source from the creator. And so they're completely dry, but they hijacked, they created dam to block everybody else's river, to steal their water. Right? So it's like the water is they're parasites, and those people will be accountable. So just so that I bring, we welcome that that the change that will be coming, a flow. Find your right flow, not too fast, not too slow, to be like the river. And to allow, sometimes there will be other rivers that will merge with yours, because the flow will be harmonious all the way to the point where everything will stop. When we'll reach the ocean, we'll reach 0 point and everything will stop. We'll become one with the one that is all. And so now understand that we'll be safe through the process, but there's going to be some events that have been announced, and it's like before there was all the green lights, a lot of announcement on the lower plane, but now the announcements are coming to all the other planes, and it's like, whoa. So be prepared for the change. There is some very powerful change on the personal level as well. We're all working towards that. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I thank you so very much for your presence, for your support, for your donations. The observer of the day is the treasure that is coming. And there's this great treasure. You are the treasure, in truth. There is so many treasures that God keeps hidden within ourselves. The highest wisdom is here and now. Focus on the here and now. Yet the future has more to offer than the past. I always remember that. What we need to do to understand is breathing, to be serene, to take conscious breaths as much as possible, to empty our lungs, to connect to the Creator, to take a few breaths just to connect to God, to the source, to the love, the eternal love of God. What we need to understand, is the crossroad. There is a choice. We always have to make choices, to make that decision, to make our choice. It's better to make the wrong choice than to make no choice at all, because if you make the wrong choice, you will figure out that was the wrong choice, and then you can go back to the past. But if you just wait at the crossroad and say, well, I don't know, so replace the doubts by faith and trust, and just go for it. Do whatever your heart feels right, and if you make a mistake, life will adjust, will show you the result of your action, and you'll say, well, that may not be what I wanted to create. So it's just, God is understanding, God is kind, God is mercy. It's pure, it's very lucid in relationship to our true intention, that we always seek to do the best we can with what we have. So I think pretty much a call to make choices. And what is the outcome will be to go very far, to go far into the light. We're really preparing for a new cycle, a marathon. For it's like when when everything, the big events on the planet are happening, when the solar flash are happening, it's not going to be the end of anything. It's going to be the beginning of a new cycle that will be quite long actually, but it will be a lot more fulfilling. As well, but already find yourself fulfilled within the now as much as possible. The more we are able to enjoy it now, and to enjoy the connection, our soul connection, a great deal that they make us rich, this heart connection, and so it's like be receptive to the love or whatever comes to you in many ways. And well, it's like, because I'm thinking about this person, I feel she's suffering as much as I can, as much as I am, in many ways that we're not together yet, and it's like it's very bizarre. Although it's like these circumstances of life, it's very funny. So I have to be forgiven, and yet I have to let go, because it's like too hard to handle right now. And because the card of the day is romantic life. It's about finding the charm, the grace, the connection, the beauty in life. Walk in beauty, walk in truth, walk in goodness as much as you can. Well, I hope this resonates with you. I'm going to finish with a song. It's a philosophical song that talks about the loneliness of the past, of the third dimension. It's a song of Pink Floyd. It's called Hey You. Hey you, out there in the cold, getting lonely, getting old, can you feel me? Hey you, standing in the aisle with itchy feet and fading smile, can you feel me? Hey you, don't help them to bury the light. Don't give in without a fight. Hey you, Out there on your own, seated naked by the phone, would you touch me? Hey you, with your ear against the wall, waiting for someone to call, would you touch me? Hey you, would you help me to carry the stone? Open your heart, I'm coming home. But it was only a fantasy. The wall was too high, as you can see. No matter how he tried, he could not break free, and the worm ate into his brain. Hey you, out there on the road, always doing what you told, can you help me? Hey you, don't tell them there's no hope at all. Together we stand, divided we fall, we fall, we fall. On the song, Pink Floyd is already very, very philosophical about denouncing this dark shadow matrix, and divided we stand, together we stand, divided we fall. Huh? And so I'm going to finish with a few cards from the angel cards. Well, I mixed them, I promised. But we got exactly the same card as the observer in the French, which is friendship. Epicure thought friendship was the highest of human value. It's what makes the more sense. Having friends is like so powerful. So we want to take care of our friend, to know them, to have very solid friendship. Sometimes there's people that you saw to are friends and then something happens and they disappear from your life. Let them go, it's okay. But there's coming new friends as well, people that will build this trust and love and friendship. As time goes on, there's a lot of, so it's good to be friendly to life. We cannot be friends to everybody, like we're always trying to please everybody. It's not really what we're talking about here. Like as Aristotle said, with friend to all, is friend to none. But we do want to have a friendly attitude in relationship to all beings, because all beings are going through a struggle, are going through a difficulty, are going through whatever they go through. They are an extension of Source, and they are another form, another you in many ways. So whatever you can do to assist them, yet develop the friendship with those who you feel close to, you feel a likeness in mind and vision and so on. But there's going to be many people that are going to be joining, and the circle of friends is going to be expanding the truth of that reality, sharing what I feel. For it's very important to go by what you feel more than always, because the mind is, even in this relationship, my mind is really having a hard time handling it. But my heart knows, and my heart feels that, it's like is above whatever I think, and so I have to trust. And we'll see. We'll take it slow. We'll get there fast, but then we'll take it slow. The highest wisdom is the potentiality. To see what is potential is not always, we can always understand all that is potential, but it's good to feel the potential already before it becomes actual. What we need to understand is indulgence. We don't want to be too indulgent with ourselves, but we want to be tolerant in many ways. What we need to do is to listen, to let the ministry of God and Spirit to tune into ask for the higher wisdom to guide your flow, to educate you, to the mirror of life. Life is present everywhere. Life, the Creator, the presence of, not just the Creator, of course there is the Creator, but there is all of the reflective Spirit, there is all the higher intelligence of the realm. There is so much resources that are here, beings with amazing intelligence that can assist us when we avail ourselves to their communicate with them, or to allow their counsel. And the outcome will be the judgment. The judgment is coming. It's not going to be a judgment like everybody that didn't follow my book will be punished. It's not like that. It's just going to be the truth and divine justice will be restored. As in terms of indulgence, it's like you got to be patient. It's like, because it's like situations until everything has been cleared. It's like there is still some darker and a lot of ignorance can be ruling certain shows, but they're going to be understanding there's going to be a brand new beginning, a renewal, and there is a liberation that is coming. And in terms of potentiality, I'm going to pull a few cards also in terms of potentiality. It is knowledge. There's a great deal of transcendental knowledge of many things. we're overcoming doubts. Very important to overcome doubts, to have trust instead, to replace it with trust. And the wisdom will be about work. There's going to be a great deal of fulfillment and learning process in the new work that we're going to be doing. For me, I know I'm going to paint, but I'm also going to work in my business. That's going to be my project. I know it's going to be wonderful. I will let you know. Do not forget to subscribe. There's going to be some amazing things that are going to be coming, and even through this channel, all over the world. But I'll put my own stone to the edifice of that consciousness, that global consciousness that is about to unfold. And I thank you so very much. Wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.